Hello and welcome to the Walking Dead All Out War Days Gone By expansion. Today we're doing Chapter 3, Campfire Tales. Because we completed Chapter 2, we got 95 points worth of equipment, 40 have to go on Rick and Shane, 35 have to go on Dale, Jim and Alan. The rest can be split between the two groups anyway. So I decided to give Rick his hatchet and a 9mm pistol, and Shane gets the Colt. And then if we go and have a look at Dale, we've given him a normal hatchet. Jim, we've given a wrench and an old gun. And finally, Alan, we've given a baseball bat. We have a few spare walkers ready just in case, and the threat level starts at 4 in this mission. We have Jim, Dale and Alan at the campfire, and if any walker gets within 3 inches of the campfire, we automatically lose the mission. So their job is to stop any walkers getting near the campfire. To win the mission, we've got to get Laurie, Carol and Donna all the way past the walkers through the woods in base contact with the RV. And then Shane and Rick are in the top left-hand corner. There's not as many walkers up there, and they really need to make distractions and try to help rescue the rest of the group. But that's the setup. And now for the supply deck and the event cards. As you can see, we are using the supply deck from the core set, but this is the first mission where we need to add some extras. So we need to get the Days Gone By supplies, which is a couple of burning brands, an ammo dump, emergency supplies, Molotov and a fire extinguisher, and we need to shuffle them into the supplies. So we'll give it a quick shuffle. That should do it. And next up, the event cards. Again, we're using the solo deck event cards. And I need to find the alarm. There it is. We've got to take that one out of the deck. And we've got to add the Days Gone By event cards. So we've got to add fire, traps, thunderstorm, and forest walkers. If you notice, I have double stacked these cards just so it gets the same thickness as the rest of the deck. Because if I show you now, we use the solo deck, but if I can get this one out, there we go. Solo deck is at the front, but I slide another card in behind so it doesn't show solo, so you don't see the difference between the solo deck and the cards that I've just added. We'll put them in, we'll give them a quick shuffle as well, get them all mixed up. And that should do it. So let's get on with the mission. Just remember to make sure you've taken the alarm card out. So we'll put that to one side. It's time to get the show on the road. I'm going to activate Shane and I'm going to hold his nerve, which I failed to do. And now I'm going to shoot that walker right there. I scored a 3 with a crit. Walker can't defend it, so that's one walker dead. But it causes mayhem. So let's get all these walkers within 10, shambling towards Shane. This one gets slowed down by the area terrain. And there we go, I believe that's all. Just double check. So that's the threat tracker up to 5. And next up I'm going to activate Rick. Rick is going to hold his nerve using his leader ability, so it's 1 blue dice. And a 1. So I lower the threat tracker by 1, so it's back down to 4. And he's just going to stand there. He's not going to do anything else, so we'll move to Jim, I think. Jim's first action is going to be sneak towards the tent. There we go. Let me just check to make sure I'm 3 inches away from the campfire. Yeah, that'll do. And I'm going to search it. We get some football pads. Okay, I'm not going to argue about that. That's his actions done. I'm going to move to Alan. Alan's going to sneak towards the blue tent. And again, he's also going to search it. We've got a burning brand. I'm not going to equip it, so he literally puts it out and puts it down. I don't have anything then. Next up, Dale. Dale's going to need to hold his nerve for his first action, which he does. We'll put the threat tracker back down. And now I'm going to run towards that walker, making noise to drag the walker into Dale. Okay, and that leaves us now with Carol to activate. She's just going to sneak forward. And then Laurie's going to sneak forward. I should have held my nerve. Laurie is going to hold her nerve. And she does. So that's the threat tracker back down. Donna can hold her nerve. Nope. Okay, she'll sneak in behind. So that's the threat tracker at 2 at the moment. Everyone is activated. And now to quickly check the kill zones. That's okay. Shane is going to use his special rule to put the walker into base contact with Rick instead of himself. And the other one's going to move into Shane. Just double check them. Okay, and now it's the event card. And we get won't stay down. There are no prone walkers. We're at low threat. So just +1 to the threat tracker. So we're back up to 3. Now it's the start of the melee phase. Shane is going to use his Gung Ho leader ability to put it up to 4. And then as it's melee phase, it goes up to 5. I'll just spread the combat, so it's 1v1. And we'll start the combat with Dale. So Dale gets 2 white dice. I got a 3. Walker can't defend it, rolled it anyway. So the walker is pushed back and knocked prone. Next up, we'll go to Shane. He gets his 1 white dice plus a red because he used his leader ability. And we got a 3 and a crit. Walker can't defend it, so that's 1 walker dead. And finally, we'll have Rick. Rick has 2 white dice, and if he gets a crit, an extra red. And we also scored a 3, but no crit. Walker can't defend it. We'll roll it anyway. The walker gets pushed back and put prone. And that is the end of the melee phase. So, pink dress gets back up. And the walker by Dale. Nope, that one stays prone. Before we start turn 2, I did forget to do the ammo roll with Shane. So, yes, he does still have ammo. Alright, start of turn 2. Threat tracker goes up by 1. And the very first thing we have to do is the beacon from the fireplace. So we need to move a walker shambling straight towards the fireplace, but gets blocked by Jim. Right, so we're going to hold our nerve by activating Alan. Yep, so that puts the threat tracker down by 1. And then we're going to sneak him just a little bit closer to that walker. That should be in the kill zone range. And now we activate Dale and hold his nerve. Nope, he fails. But we'll sneak him into base contact with the prone walker. Try to get rid of that one in the melee phase. Now Laurie's turn. Hold her nerve. Fails. Okay, we'll just sneak Laurie into base combat with that walker. And we'll try holding our nerve with Carol. Again, fail. We'll sneak her into base contact with that walker. Okay, we'll try to hold our nerve with Donna. Yay, we got it down by 1. And we're going to sneak Donna in behind Laurie and Carol. And next up, we're going to activate Shane. Shane is going to sneak forward just a little bit. And then he's going to shoot the walker in the red trousers. Right, 2 white and a red. I got 2. I can re-roll 1 dice. Nope, still 2. The walker defending gets a 1. But that causes mayhem. Threat tracker goes up by 1. No. Well, the phone tipped and wasn't recording properly. I rolled for the walker in the woods. He got a blank, so he didn't get to move. All the rest of the walkers have to move towards Shane that was within the 10 inches because of the mayhem. That one gets her move chopped down a little bit, ends up just on the edge of the woods on the other side. And that's all of the walkers that were within 10. So now on to Rick's activation. And Rick is going to hold his nerve. And we're going to take the threat tracker down by 2. And he's just going to sneak into base contact with one of the walkers in combat with Shane. Now we've got to check the kill zones. That walker's getting in against Alan. No, that one's just out. And that one's just out. And now for an event card. And we get distracted as we're at level 3. We're still all quiet. It's not helpful, but it's not harmful. Right, Shane is going to use his leader ability, which is going to put the threat tracker back up to 4. And it's the melee phase, so that puts it up to 5. Just spread them a little bit. And we're going to start the combat with Dale. 1 white, 1 red. All we need is any type of damage. It's a 3, that'll do. That's that walker removed. And we'll move on to Jim. Jim has 2 red dice. Just a 1. And the walker gets a blank. So that one's pushed back and not prone. And now we'll move on to Alan. Alan gets a white and a red. Yeah, he's got enough. Walker can't defend that with a headshot. So that one is removed as well. Right, we'll move up to Shane next. He's got one white, one red, because he used his leader ability. Just a 2. And the Walker, a 1. So that Walker is pushed back and also put prone. As we're up there, we're going to do Rick next. Rick has 2 white. Rick rolls 1 damage. The Walker, blank. And finally, we have Laurie and Carol to do their melee. Just 2 red dice. They only roll a 1. The Walker gets a 1. It's a tie, so that Walker just gets pushed back. And that is the end of the melee phase. Now, see what Walkers get back up. Pink dress, red trousers, old man, and the one by Jim. Okay, so we've got the pink dress and the one by Jim are getting back up. That is the end of that turn. Threat tracker's on 5. We're doing okay. Beginning of turn 3, the threat tracker goes up by 1. So we're now on 6. And once again, we have to move the closest walker towards the campfire. So that's going to be that one, moving and being blocked by Jim, which puts Jim out of action once again. Okay, so we are going to activate Alan first. We are going to attempt to hold his nerve. Nope. And sneak into combat with that one. Then we're going to activate Carol, hold a nerve. Yes. Threat tracker back down 5. And we're also going to sneak out into that one. Laurie is going to attempt to hold a nerve. Yeah, threat tracker back to 4, which is good. And she's going to sneak into that one. Now we've got 1 in the woods there. So Dale is going to hold his nerve. Nope. And he's going to run into combat with that walker, which makes noise. So that one in the woods on a blank, she doesn't run. Nope, she doesn't move. That's okay then. And this one, Donna is going to activate. She is going to run to here. Makes noise. That one in the woods closest, so on a blank it doesn't move. She's got caught up in the wood. Okay, so that's all of them. We'll do Shane next. Shane is going to run to be in base contact with that tent. This walker, does he get to move this time? Yes, he does. So that is 2, 4, 6. Just out of the woods. And with Shane's second action, because of that, I'm going to just grab the supply that's in that tent and have some bandages. That's fair enough. And now for Rick. Rick is definitely going to hold his nerve. I need to get that threat tracker down some more. Down by another 2. That puts it back down to 2. And he's going to sneak up and around the back. That is all my actions. The walkers down here are all in combat. We got that one stuck in the woods. We got that one that is now in combat with Shane. And that's all okay. Event card. Pandemonium. Back up to 3, but it's still all quiet. Roll a white dice and move that many walkers towards target 2. Okay, 2 walkers towards the nearest target. If I can pick this up. That's definitely that one. Into Rick, sorry. That's 2 into Rick. And now we've got some combat to do. We'll start with Jim. 2 red dice for Jim. He got a 1. Walker got a blank. Push back. And says prone. And now we've got the combat down here. So we're going to have Alan, white dice, red dice. Carol, the red dice. So we'll do Carol's first, which was a blank. I'll do Alan's because he gets to re-roll, but he doesn't need it. The walker can't survive that, but we'll roll it anyway. That is another walker off the table. Now we'll do Laurie. Laurie has 1 dice. Got a blank. Walker has 1 dice. Did 1 damage to Laurie. Laurie needs to be pushed back. And takes a damage. Okay, Dale. 1 white, 1 red. He's got a headshot. The walker gets a 1. That's another walker down. Moving up to Shane. Shane gets 1 white. Gets a 1. Walker gets a 1. It's a tie. Let's move that one back. And now Rick. Rick gets 2 white dice and really needs a headshot. He doesn't get a headshot. Oh! And now Rick. Rick has 2 white dice and really needs a headshot. Gets a 3. Walkers get a 1. 2 damage. He knocks them both back and puts them both prone. Okay, so the ones we've just put prone, let's see if they stay down. So the pink dress by Rick is back up. Blue shorts by Rick is back up. Those other 2, red trousers, no. The old man, no. And the walker by Jim, yes. So we need to remove them. We need to remove that one. Okay, so we can start turn 4. Threat tracker is back up to 4. And what to do? Well, first off, I'm going to activate Rick, and Rick is going to try to lower the threat tracker. He does by 2. Put it back down to 2. And then Rick is going to run. To there. Taking the closest walker into him. The movement in the forest is halved, so he won't get into base contact. That'll be him just popping out at the edge of the woods. And now for Shane. Let's get Shane activated. Shane is just going to hold his nerve. Nope. And he's going to sneak just to there. That's what he's going to do. He's not worried. Oh, beacon. There. That one's going to move straight back into him. That should have been done first. Then Rick activated. Then Shane activated. Dale's going to hold his nerve. He does. Threat tracker's back down to 1. The advantage of lots of people. And he's going to sneak into this one. Which means Donna is now going to run to the RV. So Donna is in base contact with the RV, and she's going to search the supplies and get a metal pipe. I'm not going to argue about that. Okay, so Alan can run back to be next to Donna. And then we got Carol and Norrie. So Carol is, I don't need to, it's back to 1. Carol is going to run to here. Where is that walker? Now let's just check that walker. It's minuscule out of range, but I'm gonna count it in range for Carol. 2 have walked there where it's been really, really close. Let's just say it's in range. Does she get to move? Yep, got a shield. She gets to move. Walking through the woods, her 6-inch movement gets cut down to 3 inches, so she'll end up just about there. Well, in that case, Laurie is now only going to sneak, because I don't want to drag that one any further. So she's going to sneak to there. That's all my activation. Now to check the kill zones. So the walker that has moved through the woods is in the kill zone of Shane. So we'll be going in. That walker is in the kill zone of Rick. We'll be going in. That's the kill zone. So now the event card. We have traps. Within 3 inches. Okay, so it will be Rick, because he's closest. On a shield, he takes a number of wounds. No,
Of course Rick doesn't get caught by a bear trap.
Though it does mean he loses an action next turn, and the traps do cause noise, so I'll place the card next to Rick to remind me that he's lost an action next turn, and move a walker in. That means this walker maneuvers around the outside of the woods.
Now for combat, we'll get straight into it with Jim. 2 red dice, gets a 1, Walker gets a blank. We'll knock that Walker back and put that one prone again. And now Dale. Dale gets a white and a red, gets a 1, the Walker gets a 1. It's a tie, so we'll just move that one back. Shane next. Let's do Shane. Just 1 white dice, gets a 1, Walker gets a 1, also a tie. That one gets pushed back. And finally, Rick with his 2 white dice gets a 3. Walker can't defend it, even though he gets a 2. So that Walker is pushed back and put prone. Threat tracker is only at 2. Walker's getting back up. Red pants, old man. That one down here by Jim is a yes. And the one up by Rick is also a yes. Every Walker gets back up. 1, 2. But we're still doing just fine. And that is the end of that turn. So what should be the final turn? Threat tracker up by 1. And final turn. Let's do this. Dale's gonna hold his nerve. No. Sneak into base contact with that one. Jim is gonna hold his nerve. Yes. Put it back down to 2. Sneak into base contact with that one. Shane is gonna hold his nerve. Yep. Back down to 1. Sneak into base contact with that one. Meaning Laurie can run to the front of the RB and not be worried about causing noise. Which means that Carol can also sneak to the RB. Just leaves Rick. Rick has only got 1 action, so he's just going to sneak to there. And that takes away the trap card. Kill zones. That one's in. Thank God.
And we've got the herd. Since it's all quiet still, we've got to choose a walker, move it towards the nearest survivor, and then all eligible walkers have to move converging on the chosen walker. Okay. Then we'll move Old Man Walker straight towards Shane. We'll put him down there. All walkers within 8 inches are then going to converge onto him. So that's 1, 2, and we've got the one the other side of the woods. It won't make it all the way through. Yeah, it'll get close. That's the event card done. And now we've got to check out the minis. So we have Rick, Shane, Jim, and Dale all in melee combat, which puts the threat tracker up by 1. But let's start with Rick. Rick gets his 2 white dice. He hits a 2, and the walker gets a 1. Knocks him back, puts him prone. And that's the first one of the melees done. And now we'll go for Shane. Also gets 2 damage. Walker only gets a 1, so I can move that one back. And we'll move on to Jim. Jim needs 2 red dice. Rolls a 2. And the walker gets a 2 as well, so it's a tie. We'll just push that one back. And finally, we've got Dale. Dale, white and a red, gets a 2 as well. And the walker a blank, so that one is pushed back and puts us prone. Now it's the end turn. We'd roll for prone walkers, but we've won, so that's it. Some final thoughts. I did notice that I rolled 2 white dice for Dale, not a white and a red on the first turn, which was a mistake. And secondly, the campfire, though it being a beacon, I don't automatically lose if the walkers get within 3 on this mission. That's a later mission, so I made it a little bit harder for myself than I needed to. Apart from that, I don't think I made too many mistakes. We're doing this for our enjoyment. If people enjoy it and we do somehow get a little bit more popular, then we will look on buying better recording equipment. But I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you for chapter 4. Take it easy.